And all of those cars are cars that had made green flag stops prior to that caution. Boy, Brian Vickers, Dale Earnhardt Jr., that ain't going to work, boys.
Vickers hard. Here we go. Busch, the dominant car of the day, in the wall.
That was wrong.
And 10 cars sliding, slamming into the infield.
Jimmy Johnson, totally uncalled for. Totally.
I don't care who you are. That was just wrong.
Vickers puts the block on him, and then Junior just turns right back into the racetrack, right in the left rear of Brian Vickers.
Saw a similar situation like that yesterday in the nationwide race. This place is grueling. You're in the corner so much.
Oh, turn 2. Ryan Newman tried, and he finally dumped David Gilliland. Newman had hit him about 3 times before, and that was the charm out of turn 2.
But look who paid as big a price as Ryan Newman in the 39.
I'm not sure this fight's over with. What's the guy coming out of this 38 car? I think he might be a little ticked.
Would not be the least bit surprised.
He's trying to get out of his car. I know that.
This is a couple of laps prior.
Remember, the 39 had been on pit road, had some issues. They had to hood up on the car. He had problems getting on pit road. I think he was a little frustrated, the 39 car.
And 1 lap later. And there had been about 4 or 5 issues of contact before this happened. Gilliland up into the wall, and here he comes across.
Whatever's at the top of this racetrack, even on the straightaway, it's going to the bottom.
Well, we call it a self-cleaning racetrack, and you see right there why.
Elliott diving, trying to block. Down the back stretch again. Less than 3 to go. The bumper to the back of the 24. Elliott goes around. Hamlin takes the lead, and the caution comes out.
Get it going if you can. Get it. Hamlin all in the back of the 24.
Up into the wall. Remember how aggressive these drivers have been up to this point, and now the aggression even more because there's a spot in the championship for a playoff driver.
Junior goes up the hill. Let's see if he can get a bite on the bottom of the racetrack. They'll be side by side down the back straightaway.
Ooh, man, that was tight off turn 2. He's got him. I believe he's got him this time. Oh, he turned him.
No.
Oh, he turned him. No.
Now here comes Clint Boyer to take the yellow flag.
Oh, no.
And wild thing, Kyle Busch makes contact with Dale Earnhardt Jr. And it looks like the drought will continue.
Boys, I'll just tell you something. That ain't going to go over too good right there.
No, it's not.
And there just wasn't enough racetrack between them.
I think
Ooh.
He's just there, and there's nothing, you know, it's just not, it doesn't work.
You know what, Darrell? What I did not like what I saw the wheels on the 18 car turn to the right just ever so slightly.
Well, I think I think it's because he got loose.
Loose.
He was loose getting in under Dale Jr. over there. I think that's what you saw.
And remember, even though they're slower cars, still aerodynamically you get a huge hurt by being behind them. So right there, Matt Kenseth, he really lost his entire race car and able to 22 to catch him.
Here comes the 22. He's closed the gap all over the back bumper now as they've caught the slower traffic. And around goes the 20, sideways in front of the 22. Kenseth slides. Caution comes out. The 22 was all over the back bumper of the 20 as they entered turn 1.
I got slants when I got the first time. Joey spun me out, lifted my tires off the ground.
You see right here, Matt Kenseth gets tight. He knows the 20's coming, so he tries to block. He goes to the apron. He knows the 22's coming up. He comes up to block him. A big block onto the 22, and the 22 drives in, catches him in the left rear quarter panel, spins the 20 out. Matt Kenseth with a great save to stay off the wall, but the damage to the points and the ultimate win has been done. The 20 will have to come get tires. His chance to win today is over.
Ooh, close. Wide into turn 4. That moves Kyle Busch all the way up the racetrack. He has to catch it before he gets to the wall. And Hornaday catches the wall.
Caution's out, caution's out.
Caution is going to come out. Both drivers trying to get by. Looked like the 17 of Timothy Peters. They slid up the racetrack, and now Kyle Busch not happy at all.
It's all good, dude.
And Kyle Busch is going to turn the 33 into the wall. Our championship contender Hornaday in the wall.
Well, Kyle Busch should be parked for this race and maybe the rest of the season for that. Holy cow, I can't believe he did
Championship
that.
contender Ron Hornaday, hard into the wall. Kyle Busch sends him in.
I don't think NASCAR is going to, I think this goes beyond a little bit of have at it, boys.
Oh, it's definitely way past that. That truck's running 130, 40 miles an hour when it hits that outside wall.
Look at that thing jump up off the ground. Look at all the damage to that 33 truck.
I'll go to their crew chief right next to me.
Just follow in a row. That's all we're going to finish here.
That's Mike Wallace in the 7 car, Stephen Wallace in the 66, and David Stremme in another car owned by Rusty. Oh, we got a spin. It's a tap from Wallace.
Right behind you.
Oh, the big one in turn 1, heavy contact, cars in the wall. Stephen Wallace heavily damaged. There comes Kyle Krisiloff down. David Rudiman involved. Oh, heavy damage on Stephen Wallace's Chevy. He was having such a great run. And Kyle Busch has damage on the right front of his Toyota.
See the intensity level coming up on these guys.
We saw Mike Wallace look like he was going below David Rudiman right here, but they ran up on a slower car. Wow.
Right. Man.
That's Kevin LePage's 61 that Carl Edwards went up across the back of.
And Labonte inside of Earnhardt. He taps him going into the 3rd corner. He gets way down on the apron of the track, coming to the white flag. There's a leader change, and Labonte takes the lead.
And meanwhile, Ricky Rudd trying to...
Oh, and Earnhardt spins him out.
Oh, man.
And Tony Stewart is involved in the crash, as is Mark Martin, Sterling Marlin, and several others. Dale Earnhardt takes the checkered flag.
And Jimmy Spencer ran 2nd.
Here's the replay.
There we see the contact between the 3 and the 5. Terry Labonte stands on the gas, and all these cars getting the smoke. There's Ricky Rudd crashed into him. There's Tony Stewart, Mark Martin, Sterling Marlin. There we see the contact.
Is Kyle leaving the car?
He had been cutting it. Big.
Oh, Casey Kane gets turned around. Greg Biffle involved. Mark Martin is there. No caution has come out. They're going to let him race back as Gurley piles in, and now the caution.
6. You knew that was going to be big when you saw the 9 coming back across the racetrack.
Take another look here. Watch. You see Casey Kane in the Budweiser car. He's going to make a run, and Allmendinger is going to take him all the way to the grass on a block.
Yeah, and I think Allmendinger, I think AJ felt like, okay, I'm this far down. He's not going to be there now.
And I mean, right in front of Mark Martin and Biffle. Who's that? Is that Truex in there too?
Yeah, Truex is in there. Yeah. Here's a 39 that we saw come off of turn 3, just in the gas.
Reed Sorensen waiting in the wings. Here's Keselowski on the inside. Carl Edwards, can he make it stick on the outside? Brad thought he had the best car all night. Took the inside line in the restart. This is going to be down to the wire. Oh, they touch. He spun out. Carl gets into Keselowski. Carl Edwards will win.
That's it. Checkered flag. You are the man. He deserves it. Good job.
I just hope Keselowski's okay here. That was a hard hit, guys. That was
huge wreck behind you. Just slow it down. Slow it down. There's a big wreck here.
Here it is again. Carl's got that outside run. Thinks he's got the room to do it. Boy, that's such a hard angle to see if Brad came up to block in any way.
Carl didn't lift. We can confirm that.
There's no question there.
Guys, you got to remember, you're coming to the start-finish line, too. This is hard to say it was his fault or somebody else's fault. It's the money lap. The flag's waving.
Watch this hit by Keselowski. He's stuck on the inside line there. And just hard contact.
Well, clearly the biggest moment of the race was Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott. I mean, that was a big impact for Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott in position to win that race. When he made that move to get on the outside of Kyle Busch, he's sitting there, the first car on the best tires. He had a real shot to win it. What did you think about that impact, Dale?
Well, yeah, things are going to happen, especially as we talk about a track like Darlington, and where they knew that this was the rain possibility was coming. But, even if the rain doesn't come, the end of the race is coming, and you've got to make your moves while you can. Chase Elliott did an outstanding job all night. He did in both races in Darlington, I think. Was very solid there. But he was going to be the man to beat. I know Denny Hamlin is really good there, and but he made such a run in that first lap with those tires that he just had a head of steam there. And it's very unfortunate. Kyle Busch is going to get a lot of the blame. He's already taken the blame. He made a mistake, and race drivers make mistakes. Things happen. You don't think that that's going to happen like that on a straightaway, but that just shows how important it was for him to get back in line.
Ooh, trouble, turn one. Danica Patrick, Landon Castle tangled up. Castle going for a slide.
Okay, we did not hit anything. Did not hit anything.
Or maybe there's more to it. This is off turn 4.
Like gets clear there. And she gets in on the bumper, but just doesn't get off of him. Right there's where you're talking, and you just turn it left and lock it down.
And she had a chance to not go up hit that wall if she just stayed on the brakes and kept it down there.
Montoya.
Boy, he's struggling.
Searching his
Put that pressure on him now. 3 to go.
First oval track win. He won it in Infineon 96 races ago on the road course.
And
half a second. And the 99 has turned over Brad Keselowski.
And we have a caution.
My goodness.
I don't know if I'm okay.
Keselowski was on track for a 6th place finish.
Boy,
and we're told there was contact between Edwards and Keselowski.
A little crossover move here by Carl. Clean here, clean here. Just slight contact. Look at that thing go.
That looks so much like Edwards' turnover at Talladega off the bumper of Keselowski.
It really did, and I'm so wondering and hoping that when they put the spoiler back on these cars, they'll quit turning over like this.
Keselowski's put the window net down.
The roof flaps deployed, but it did not sit that car back down. I'm like you, Darrell. I'm going to be so glad to see that rear spoiler back on these cars.
I think that's it's got to be something to that.